Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Jason Reinhardt. What's up, man?
What's up, Bill? How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Just here living in Florida, man.
Yeah, man. So my show is about where are they now, and you go from this to there he is now, everybody. So, Mr. Jason Reinhardt, and congratulations on your career, man. And you are an inspiration to a lot of people out there. A lot of people look up to you as a fighter. You're a legend, bro. Like you're an MMA superstar, a world traveler. You were in the UFC 3 times. Your crazy antics, you know. Like I've seen all the videos. I've been researching you, and you're just a great guy, and you're a true inspiration to me and a lot of people out there. And we're gonna get into your story.
I really appreciate that, Bill. It's very humbling, actually. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Look at his face, dude.
I trained with a lot of legends, put it that way.
Yeah, man. I mean, you were with Royce Gracie, all these guys.
I never met Royce. That's one guy. I never met Royce. I was with the Militich Fighting Systems with Pat Militich, Matt Hughes, and Spencer Fisher, Tim Sylvia, Robbie Lawler, and the list goes on.
Lee Murray.
Oh yeah. I was in there with a bunch of lions, man. A bunch of lions.
Oh man. So yeah, we're gonna talk about your early career and when it all started for you. So I know you were born in October 31st, 1969 on Halloween, man.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to your past birthday, happy New Year and all that stuff.
Same to you, man.
So what was it like growing up? And where did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in Decatur, Illinois. I had a great, you get luck of the draw, man. I had a great childhood, great parents, man. God bless them. They're still alive today. And, my mom and dad, I was small growing up, they didn't want me to play football. So we found Taekwondo, and I was 9 years old, and my mom and dad enrolled me in it. And that was it.
Do you remember your first ever fight, whether it was in the outside of the gym and all that?
Yeah, man. I was real small, and so I dealt with a lot of bullies. So it really helped me with the confidence. I think I believe to this day that without martial arts, I don't know where I would be, and I use it every day in my mind. And I encourage any parents to seek out martial arts training for their kids.
Yeah, man. So after competing, you had a 1-0 amateur record. You won the SFC Submission Fighting Championship professional, the bantamweight title.
It was bantamweight, yeah.
Bantamweight, yeah.
Yeah.
And October 3rd, 2000, defeating Arizona fighter Ray Duke.
Yeah, man.
You went on the following year, RSF, Reality Submission Fighting Championship Professional Bantamweight title, defeating WEC veteran Dale Hawkins. And you want to talk about that fight a little bit, man?
Well, that's that record. Not that it matters, but I had more than one amateur fight. That kind of they got it. They even got my pro record. They gypped me out of 2 fights on my pro record, but who cares? Who's counting?
Yeah, that's not me, man. I've done other research and it says other things in other places.
Back then, those days, man, the sport was not like it is today. But in that fight with Dale Hawkins. He's a tough guy, and he slammed me twice on my neck when I had the armbar, and I held on, man, and I got the tap, won that belt, and then that's when my nightmare began in my whole career. That was my 5th pro fight of, basically fighting sober,
Wow, so you fought and you won, but you're hurt.
Yeah, I broke a vertebrae and some discs, and C5 and 6 and 6 and 7. And then I had the surgery,
What was the recovery like for that, man?
Yeah, it was pretty wicked, pretty wicked. It was took me a while. I actually got on human growth hormone to help recover it quicker, and I believe the human growth hormone helped me proceed where I could continue on with my fight career, which I did.
Wow, man, that's insane. Do you remember the next fight after that and stepping into the ring and because you could have did one little thing and that could be it for you forever.
Yeah, every fight I fought after my 5th pro fight, I always wondered, is this the one I'm going to get paralyzed in? Because the doctors told me if you fight again, you're taking a humongous risk. And I really go back. I went to Cinegenics in Las Vegas and got put on that human growth hormone from a doctor. Did it the right way, and I think I attribute that to really helping me recover on that. But yeah, I fought so many more times. The first guy I fought after my neck injury was a real big guy, actually. And you see the video, he goes for my neck right away, man. And I fought a rear naked, a choke. He had to make it a guillotine. I fought it for a while, but the whole time I was fighting it, man, I was like, I got to be careful here. I can't spaz out.
Wow, man, I can't even imagine what that's like.
It was a mental warfare, man, to be honest with you. And it was always on my mind, for sure.
That's wild, man. So what's it like to step into the professional genre around these people who are on higher level and you're like, damn, I got to step my game up here, right?
You mean as far as what, training?
As far as training, fighting, and your opponent, like you said, the guy went for your neck. He didn't care that you were hurt. He was trying to hurt you.
Oh yeah, fair play, man. I mean, that's no problem. But like I said, I was always in a room full of killers. I got my ass beat every practice. Our coach was like, if you get your butt kicked in here, the fight's going to be easy. And yeah, I was with a lot of bigger guys, So I think a lot of times, I look back on my career, and I think a lot of times back then you didn't have a lot of weight divisions. You didn't have the abundance of people in gyms that you do now, and so they tried to separate the heavyweights on one side and the lightweights on the other. But I still, was, a lot of people were so much bigger, and that's a lot of pressure on your spine when you're on your back. If you go with somebody 70 pounds heavier all the time, or 50 or whatever constantly, I think it weakens your spine, man, over time.
Yeah, man. I mean, how many fights you had? What are some of the other injuries you had throughout your career?
Oh, I mean, my knee and stuff like that, but my lower back, but nothing like the neck injury. My lower back's trash now, of course, but I was pretty lucky. I didn't really, aside from aches and pains, little aches. I relate everything to my lower back chronic pain, so other stuff doesn't even. I got a knee that's messed up a little bit right now, but it's not really pain. It's just kind of annoying. And my hands go numb and stuff from fighting. My last fight, I really got hurt. That was really the only fight of my life that I truly got hurt in that fight, lasting injuries. My neck's good. But, the ulnar nerve, I took some shots and, yeah, my hands are a little numb, but it's not pain. You know what I mean? It's just annoying.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the remedy that the doctors gave you throughout your career and the battles you had to face?
Well, I don't want to blame any doctors. I'm not really in that type of person blame game. I definitely was overprescribed. I mean, my nightmare began in California when I had the neck surgery. And after I got off that table, the doctor, he had his office and then he had his pharmacy in the basement, there. Nice facility. Great doctor, as far as, he did great work, but, he handed me 270 Vicodin 750s. I didn't even know what a Vicodin was back then. I'm like, I took one, and man, my dad was with me. And I took one of those things, man, all my pain, everything. I was like, man, this is unbelievable. And I said, Dad, let's go to Alcatraz. And he's like, we're going right. You're not going anywhere, because we went back to the hotel, and he's, I wanted to go to Alcatraz, but that was when I started loving the Viking and the opiates. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're not feeling the pain anymore, right? You're just continuing to push through it. Like,
yeah, they gave me energy, man. They gave me energy, and I thought they gave me focus. You think they gave you focus, but they really don't. But they definitely give you energy.
Yeah, I mean,
they did me. So, yeah, they did me, and that's what that's what I got addicted to them. And after that, I started seeing different doctors. I flew back to Illinois, got my prescription filled a few times, and I got pushed to another doctor. That's normal. Plus, he was in California, so I went to another doctor, and started the whole process. I do believe this, that the Viking was exacerbating my pain in my lower back. The Viking was exacerbating it, making it worse. So I would always tell the doctor, I'm still in pain, which I was. I still am, but back then I'm still in pain, and they would give me more stuff. So after being on Viking in 2 years, I found myself the third year. They added, and again, it's not their fault. I'm just saying they added morphine tablets. They added fentanyl patches for my back, Xanax and Tramadol. The Xanax is what almost took me out, man. So yeah, it was crazy,
kill you, man.
And I was always open about it. I carried a satchel all over the world with me, and I had my prescriptions in my satchel. And heck, they were prescribed, but that's way too many drugs, man. I was fighting around the world on that shit, man.
So do you have any recollection on some of the fights? Do you remember maybe any situations that happened out of the country that you were like, damn, that was a close call while you have all your prescriptions with you?
As far as what?
Like just maybe going into a fight and maybe you took too many and you're like, damn, maybe.
I believe in being transparent and honest, man. And the truth is, yes, absolutely.
A lot of people think like nobody knows. Did you ever have that feeling like no one knows? I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Absolutely, man. Like I said, I was open about them, and they were prescribed to me, and yeah, absolutely, for sure. Go ahead.
When did you find out when did you figure I got a problem with these?
Well, I would throughout the years I would try to get off of them, and the one that got me hard was the Xanax. I was on 4 milligrams a day of Xanax, and that's the one that hung on forever. So I never could beat that one, right? So I would try and I would fail, and finally, man, in 2020 during COVID, I told my wife, I said, man, these pills are going to kill me. They're going to take me out. And so I started searching for a rehab and detox center. And former champion Pinklin Thomas, heavyweight champion in boxing, he lives in Orlando and he's my friend. And he helped me, and so did Leslie Hunter, my friend in California. They helped me get into a facility in Delray Beach. And hey, man, I've been sober, clean ever since. I'm Jason Reinhardt, and you're watching Chattin with Staxx.